crisp fall afternoon. We are out at Adrian College for the kickoff game of our championship subdivision college football series on BCSN. BCSN HD brought to you by Nationwide Auto Finance, the biggest zero-interest lot in the region for everyone. And this afternoon, the Adrian College Bulldogs play host to the Carthage College Redmen. Greg Franke along with Coach Tom Cole here for this, and it is once again a great privilege for us to be on the campus of an outstanding institution of higher learning, Adrian College.
Well, we've done a lot of Adrian games in the past, Greg. You and I both. We've been privileged to do them. It's great football. The fans are going to enjoy it thoroughly.
Here with the head coach of the Adrian College Bulldogs, Jim Deere, as Adrian set to play Carthage College here today. And Coach, it's a great day for football here again, and you had a tremendous game last week with record-setting performance, 5 touchdown catches by a wide receiver, and certainly I'm sure that you feel good about that start to the season.
Yeah, it's always good to start off with a win, and getting Nate Hartline and Aaron Tinney involved early. I think Nate might have had 7 touchdowns all last season and opened up with 5 against Defiance. He's a weapon, and we got to make sure we find ways to get him the football.
What are you expecting from this particular game here today from Carthage, part of the challenge between the two conferences?
I'd imagine they're going to come out and try and take him away. I mean, obviously they'll watch last week's game and understand that they can't let Nate beat them. So we got to be able to distribute the ball. We got to be able to run the football. That'll create one-on-one coverage if you can run the football, and then you can open things up to get the ball over to Nate and make something happen.
A couple of years ago, you had a memorable championship-winning season. Last year, you had a great start. You won your first 3 games in the league, and then ended up just some breaks going the other way, and finished the 500 mark. But you think that this year might be a year where you can get back to that championship level?
Well, I feel good about where we're at right now, and obviously our first 3 games against non-league opponents are about tuning up and getting ready for your league run, and you know, we're going to play a lot of different guys and make sure we get the right ones on the field by the time league starts, and hopefully stay healthy and work through a tough league schedule. But yeah, we feel good about our chances down the stretch, and we'll see how things go.
Well, we're looking forward to being here to document your progress this year. We've always found great privilege to come here and a lot of pleasure to follow Adrian College football. It's a great school, a great program. When you're talking to prospective recruits, what do you tell them about the school to maybe make them think that this would be a good place to consider coming to play their collegiate football?
Well, the one thing about Adrian College is it's athletic friendly. We have great facilities, and sports matter around here, and they're continuing to build and build both on an academic front and an athletic front. And our latest projects underway, a new weight room, basically our last piece of the puzzle that we feel help us in recruiting and maintain and retain a lot of our current players.
Well, we've seen a lot of kids from our Toledo area come out here to play at Adrian. Hopefully that will continue, and certainly I'm sure with the kind of program you have, a lot of kids are going to be very, very excited about the opportunity to play here. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Honor and privilege to be with Juwan King, one of the star players for the Adrian Bulldogs. Juwan, I talked to Coach Deere about you, and he said some great things about you. Leader, senior, captain, but he told me something I couldn't believe. I've been around football a long time. You're going to explain this to me.
Okay.
Tore your ACL, okay, and you played with a torn ACL the whole season. First of all, I don't know anybody who does that. How did you do that?
I don't know. I mean, it's just the will to do it. I mean, I wanted to play, so I didn't let anything stop me from playing. So,
Juwan, what kind of defense do you guys get in? Carthage, they throw the ball a little bit. Give us your base set and what you want to do defensively with them.
Our base set is a 4-4. We want to get after the quarterback a little bit, change it up. We may run a little nickel. Just get after them, make some bad throws, maybe try to capitalize on it.
All right. JK, Coach Deere told me that you were one of his first recruits from Florida, and he said you're almost like a son to him. He feels so strongly about what you've meant to Adrian College, the football program on campus. You're such a good guy, such a positive force. How does it make you feel when you hear those words from your coach?
It makes me feel good. I mean, I go in day out and put in the work and the effort, and we have a team goal, and our goal is to win MIAA championship, and that's what I go in looking for.
JK, I know how great the academics are here at Adrian. My daughter went to Adrian. I'm very familiar with that. Tell me a little bit about a class that you in particular have enjoyed at Adrian College.
One of the classes that I enjoy it is I'm a business major, so I had a marketing class with Miss Jennifer Ellsworth. She's one of the great teachers here, and I really appreciate what she have taught me and what I've been through.
JK, it's an honor to chat with you. We wish you the best of luck today. You had no getting hurt, right?
No.
You're good to go. Okay, we're proud to have you on the BCSN network.
Hand off, and there goes Stewart breaking through, and nobody will catch him. And a 60-yard scoring jaunt has the Bulldogs on the board.
Well, they ran that play before. We talked about it. It's an off tackle. It's called a boom. And the tackle kicks out the end. The fullback blows up into the hole, and Emmanuel reads it. Watch this. Here you go. Here's the kick-out block right there. That's a good kick-out block. He cuts up inside, and once he gets there, he's getting 2 strides per 5. That means Emmanuel is fast, and nobody's...
And he was able to sidestep. There is Stewart again. Bounce off a tackle. He's free again. Inside the 10. Can he get to the end zone? Yes. Touchdown. Well, this time a 41-yard touchdown. Scamper to go with his 60-yard excursion earlier in the game.
It's the same play that Emmanuel Stewart scored on earlier. It's an inside kick-out play. Watch this. Here comes the tag block. See the kick out on 10? Got enough of them to get a piece of them. Got him inside. And once Emmanuel gets there, little stiff arm to the face. Love it. Old school. In the smush. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And just get it up a little quicker and it'll be fine.
He's done it many times in practice, and there he does. There you go. And a big field goal that leading Carthage 15-7 at halftime. And let's go to Tom Cole with a very special guest now.
It's always really a personal thrill for me, an honor and a privilege to be able to chat with the outstanding president of Adrian College, Dr. Docking. Doctor, welcome to BCSN Network, and we're going to have a great day for a game. I know you're a sports guy, so you're kind of fired up about that.
I am, and I'm fired up about you guys televising it, too. I really appreciate you coming over and doing this. You know, we've got a solid team this year. This will be a tough game today, obviously, but it's just so good for the kids and for the community to have this kind of exposure. I appreciate it.
Well, it's our honor, Dr. Docking, and, you know, there's been so many great changes under your administration. You've been named one of the top baccalaureate colleges in the country. Most improved student enrollment over the last 10 years. They 76% increase. Teacher size and ratio to in the class, I think 13-1 teacher-student ratio. Most classes under 20 students. How did you do this, Dr. Docking? Because those are ideal learning situations for kids.
Well, we have been very fortunate over the last 10 years. It's been a good ride. I think it all started with a plan. I think a plan is what the trustees wanted to see, and so when I came into them and said, I think this is what we should do, I didn't come in with a couple of loose ideas. I didn't say, well, maybe we could try this, or maybe we should try that. Really, in 3 or 4 months before I started here, I put together a plan. It had a return on investment. I showed how if we build an ice arena, this is how many kids we'll get. If we start a lacrosse team, this is how many kids we'll get. And that return, obviously, gave us a lot of money to then invest in academic affairs. And so the most important thing that happens here every day happens in the classroom, although you're right, I love sports. And we needed to upgrade our academic facilities, and the growth is what allowed us to do it.
Dr. Docking, you must be a fan of the Kevin Costner movie Field of Dreams, because I feel like this is a little bit like that. If you build it, they will come. You built the facilities, which are incredible: baseball, football, hockey, all the things, the dorms redone, everything redone, and the kids have showed up.
Well, I guess it is a build it and they will come story. You know, we did build it and they did come. But beyond that, you know, it creates a campus spirit. I tend to think that the morale of a campus is dictated, at least in part, by how your athletic teams are doing. Young people want to compete. They are genetically competitive. And so this gave us, you know, everything from a marching band to cheerleaders to just a whole lot of school spirit. And I think that has led to a lot of kids coming maybe that weren't even athletes. Just the sort of buzz and morale boost that you get leads to people saying it's successful, and I want to be a part of it.
Dr. Docking, so many times the leader will fall on one way or the other. In other words, either they're 100% all in on sports or it's 100% in all on academics. And you are such a Renaissance guy. You know, you are evenly split. You believe in the well-rounded experience that extracurricular activities bring. I know you got a vast competition team, which I saw the boats out there.
Right.
And then you're so strongly entrenched in academics. You know, where did you get that well-rounded? Because that's what you bring to this school.
Well, I think personally, my own PhD is an academic PhD. I didn't get a PhD in sports. I got it in ethics, which is really philosophy and theology. So I've got that going on inside of me. But I grew up competing. I was more of a hockey guy than anything else. But I learned to love sports through playing it. But the best thing about the Division III model is the student-athlete, with student always coming first and athlete coming second. And even Jim Deere knows if a kid's got a big test or if he has to study for a homework assignment, he or she can get out of practice. And all of our coaches know that. And so it really is a model that I think really includes the whole person, the mind on the academic side, and the body on the on the physical side. You got a chapel in the middle of campus. Even spirituality is important here. And so all of that combines to really, I think, attract the kind of student that wants to not be a number, wants to be a person through their college years. And they come to a place like this thinking, okay, I can do it all. In fact, a couple of years ago, our mantra was, you can do that here. And so we really do try to encapsulate the entire student, make this a 4-year experience top to bottom.
Well, Dr. Docking, you have done that. There's no question about it. And for your hockey, we're going to be doing some Adrian hockey, so you're going to like that.
Oh, I love that. I'll be down there in the cold weather with you, hopefully down in Toledo if you guys can make it down to that one. But I know you're already signed on to the St. Norbert's game, and that will be a huge contest for us.
Be our honor. Dr. Docking, on behalf of Buckeye Cable and BCSN, always an honor to chat with you, Doc. Thanks so much.
All right, Tom. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks, Doctor.
All right, and we'll be back for more from Adrian College coming up. Adrian leading 15-7 at halftime.
The build it and they'll come mentality, but it's still with all the buildings, it really boils down to the people.
Well, there's a touchdown.
Chance, or do you just go to the tailback? You let the quarterback take it.
Keep it simple, I guess. They were only an inch or two away. And here's a touchdown that maybe finds to Kate Longenecker.
Hey, thanks, guys. Here with Adam Cruz, the new head coach of the Adrian Bulldogs ice hockey team. Now, you played a huge role on this team a few years ago. Now, what's it like for you getting to come back to your alma mater as the head coach?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting to come back. As a player, we got to go through a pretty special time here, starting the program, and 7 years of nothing but a lot of wins. To come back here as a coach, it kind of felt like coming home. 2 years ago, I got married to my wife, and a year ago, we had a son. And, we get to bring the whole family back. My wife's a graduate from here, I am, and it's definitely an awesome opportunity.
Congratulations, by the way. And now you were the former assistant coach of the Indiana Ice, so what did you learn from them that you can use for this program?
Yeah, a lot of it's recruiting. As an assistant coach in the United States Hockey League, you do a lot of recruiting. So I was out on the road every week, looking for players, turning over every little rock everywhere. So a lot of recruiting, but I had a great mentor too, and a guy who was an ex-NHL All-Star. His name's Jeff Brown, and I learned a lot about hockey that I didn't know that I didn't know. So it was pretty neat.
Now, last year, this Adrian team, 22-3-4. That's pretty high expectations, I'm sure, for you. What are your expectations for yourself and for this season?
Yeah, I mean, my expectations are the same as the program's always had, and that's to win. Whether it be national championship, conference championship, regular season championship, all that stuff. That's the goal from day one. And we've got 10 seniors in the dressing room this year, and they know that's the goal. We've got 6 freshmen coming in this year, and they know that's the goal. That's Adrian hockey, and we're going to continue to keep building that way.
Now, you told me you just got to visit Fifth Third Field. How excited are these guys for Winterfest this year?
Yeah, Winterfest should be a great time. The opportunity to do an outdoor game once in a lifetime, that's fantastic. It should be a great situation down there. The stadium looks beautiful, and it'll be pretty neat to see it with a rink down there. But to play against the United States National Development Program, too, is going to be a good experience for our guys, too.
Well, great. Thank you very much for your time. Good luck with you. Good luck for your season.
Thanks.
And yes, guys, he is related to Torrey Crew of the Boston Bruins.
Okay. Using your arms. Keep your head back, keep your head up, see what you're doing.
He used his arms very well there for the touchdown catch. Well, what a great grab there in the end zone as it was brought down. Well, there's 2 wide receiver 87s. I'm thinking Stephen Thompson. Well, judging by his height, he's a 6'3" one. The other was 6 foot. So
he's 6'3". He's definitely 6'3". I can guarantee you that one. He's 6'3".
And it's a good thing because I don't think you got it otherwise.
You see him stretch, get the ball at the apex. You were so good to my daughter when she went here. Greg, my daughter, Christy, went here, and she says the best thing that ever happened to her. She was captain of the tennis team, got a double major, graduated in 3 years. She's back here teaching a class. Adrian has been, so important in her life. And just what you said, Duff, the biggest thing about Adrian was she always said, all the coaches knew my name, they knew who I was, they asked me how I was doing every day when they saw it on campus. You know, and that really caring, what's the thing they say, that when kids know you care, they know that you care, you know, it does make a difference, and I think that's what Adrian's always been about.
Tom, I'll let you in on a little secret of that. You were the offensive coordinator. They better know who the daughter was. Changing sign today as Adrian comes back from an early deficit and wins it 40-14. Had an outstanding game with 2 long touchdown runs that really turned it around for Adrian, and he's standing by with Kate Longenecker.
Thanks, Greg. You were absolutely right. An outstanding game for you today, 2 touchdowns. What were you seeing out there on offense? It seemed like you were getting a lot of running room.
Yeah, I actually seen the cutback lane when all the plays was calling. The linebacker was over pursuing, so it just gave me the cutback lane, and my offensive line did a good job of blocking that up. So that's all I really seen was the cutback lane. It was really there.
You guys did seem to get a little bit more momentum going into the second half. What did Coach tell you in the locker room?
Coach just told us to go in like it's 0-0 and play our game. And last week it took us a second half to get rolling, so we just did what we had to do, had to run hard and stuff like that, had to get a lot of people going, but we just came out like 0-0, like it was a new game.
Now the big question, you're taking on Benedictine next week. How do you get it rolling early on?
Practice. We got to really practice hard. Like, we got to come out firing and just get each other motivated throughout the week. I know it's going to be hard, but we just got to get this start Sunday tomorrow, actually. So we just got to get each other going, getting each other in, getting our playbook, and watch a lot of film and just motivate each other.
Thank you. Good luck with practice tomorrow. Good luck with the rest of the week and next weekend.
All right, thank you.
Back to you.